I'm Rollin with Rollin's Amazing Photography, and today I'm going to tell everything you need to know about the brand new Sony Alpha 1 full frame camera. Hi everyone, I'm Rollin with Rollin's Amazing Photography, and I am super excited today to bring all of you everything that you need to know about the Sony Alpha 1 camera. Sony just announced the camera this morning. We were all expecting a big announcement, but I think this was bigger than what anyone really expected. This camera is an absolute beast, and I can't wait to see how it performs once actual professionals get it in their hands. So let's start off with some basic specs. The Sony Alpha 1 is a full frame camera. It has 50 megapixels and shoots 30 frames per second. That's huge. I'm not sure we've ever seen a camera do 30 frames per second. It also has 8K video and it has a 5-axis IBIS, which is pretty impressive. But something that really shocked me was that there's absolutely no blackout in the camera whatsoever. So let's get into the autofocus aspect. The camera has 759 autofocus points, which is absolutely crazy. And that is 92% coverage of the camera sensor, which is not something that you see a lot in a camera. When shooting, there are constantly 120 autofocus calculations that are going on to ensure that the autofocus is going to be correctly exposed, and this is even when shooting up to 30 frames per second, which is absolutely insane. Something that really excites me about this camera is that it has eye autofocus for birds and animals. This is something that we've seen somewhat integrated into the Canon R5, but I think Sony has perfected it, because they said even with the side profile of an animal, or even if the animal is upside down, I mean, if a bear is laying upside down, you're still going to have eye autofocus working on that animal. I don't think that any camera manufacturer has implemented that, and I am very impressed with Sony for being able to do this. Something else that is obviously expected is there is face detection and eye detection for humans. At this point, if we're seeing a mirrorless camera come out that isn't capable of doing that, there's something wrong, because that's technology that I feel like every camera manufacturer should have been able to implement into this point. And I think Sony is probably one of the best camera manufacturers for doing that. So props to them for putting that in this camera as well. So when shooting on this camera, as I mentioned a little bit previously before, there is absolutely no blackout. You can just absolutely go crazy at 30 frames per second like the camera is capable of doing, and there's no blackout whatsoever. There is also a silent shutter, which is something that most mirrorless cameras have at this point, but that makes it really great when shooting wildlife. The subject isn't going to hear you, or if you're shooting some kind of sports game where we need silence, or if you're at a press conference, that's going to come really in handy for that. There is also improved anti-distortion, so like when you're shooting, and there's like a lot of lines, you're not going to necessarily see them as distorted and kind of curved and bent out of their natural proportion as much as you would previously in the past. There's also 15 stops of dynamic range, which is really impressive, and this camera is absolutely a beast in case you haven't picked up on that already. Now, what can this camera do in aspects of video? It can do 8K at 30 frames per second, and it can do 4K at 120 frames per second, which is something that most cameras can do at this point, unless you're Nikon, which sucks for me because I typically shoot Nikon. There is 5-axis IBIS, which is really great. A lot of cameras have integrated that at this point, and of course they made sure that the Sony Alpha 1 is going to have it. Smart decision if you ask me. There is active optical video stabilization, I believe is what they're calling it. And this is basically if you're shooting handheld and walking, it is really smooth footage. This has the ability to be turned on and off, so I guess if you wanted to kind of get a shaky, less cinematic look while you're walking, or if it's some kind of action sequence scene that you're recording, you do have the ability to turn that off, so no worries. A little bit of additional specs that I'm going to talk about is it is a full frame CMOS sensor. A lot of cameras have that kind of sensor. Works great. It's always impressed me. It does have dual CF Express cards Type A. So they're doing better than the Nikon Z6 and Z7. Of course, Nikon has implemented that in the Z6 and Z7 too. Finally, because it's absolutely ridiculous at this point. If you're a professional photographer, you're going to want 2 card slots in your camera. And Sony obviously knows that. Sony never lets you down pretty much. They already have a vertical grip. This is something that we've seen some camera manufacturers fail with before, releasing a camera without having a vertical grip yet. Sony's already integrated it. I don't have the name on that grip, but the name is out there. If you're interested in pre-ordering the camera yet, you can go ahead and pick up the grip with it, I believe. There is flicker-free electronic and mechanical shutter. There is improved moisture and dust resistance, which is basically a fancy way of saying that the camera has better weather sealing than previous Sony cameras that we have seen. So here's the big kicker. This camera is coming in at a price point of, get ready, like grab onto your seat or something, because this is going to blow you away. $6,500. Now, with everything that you're getting in this camera, it is obviously a professional grade camera for absolute professional photographers because it's got some really impressive specs. And it shocked me with everything that Sony is implementing into the Alpha 1. However, $6,500 might be a stretch. When I first heard it, I heard about this camera and heard the specs before I seen the price. I thought, well, maybe they'll come in around $4,999. But I thought to myself, I think the most that Sony would be pricing this camera would be $5,500. So to hear that it was $1,000 above priced what I thought that they were going to be doing kind of shocked me. Because even though it is a professional grade camera, I didn't think that they would charge this much for it. With COVID-19, a lot of professional photographers have had quite the downgrade in their business, and it's not necessarily been getting as many clients as they typically do. So I thought Sony would take that into account, but they didn't, which is fine. I think people are still going to get it because it's just such a great camera. Looking at everything it can do, I suppose that it's a reasonable price. So this is everything that we know so far about the Sony Alpha 1. I'm really excited to see how this camera performs in the field, and it is available for pre-order now, I believe. I know that B&H is allowing you to pre-order the camera, and probably some other top-notch camera distributors and sellers. I'm sure that you can pre-order the camera from Sony as well. Very impressive specs. If you're looking for an upgrade and you're going into Sony and you're professional and this camera sounds great to you, based on what Sony has told us, I would say go for it. 30 frames per second is crazy if you're shooting sports or wildlife. And doing 30 frames per second with a silent shutter for wildlife would be absolutely extraordinary. And I would love that, but I'm not sure I'm going to see this camera in my hands ever. One, because I shoot Nikon. Two, because it's $6,500. I think probably come next year at this time, we're going to see about a $500 to $1,000 price drop on that camera. So it's more affordable for people who can't afford to purchase it now. Thank you all very much for watching this video. If this helped you and informed you, definitely make sure you go down below and like the video. I would also really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel as well. That helps me out a lot. Also, be sure to comment down below your thoughts on the Sony Alpha 1, because I want to hear them. Do you think this camera is worth all the hype? And most importantly, do you think it's worth the big price? Once again, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have an amazing day.